Seattle, 1967. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. A few blocks from Pike Place Market, on the second floor of an old building, Bruce Lee's Junfan Kung Fu School. A large, open space, maybe 2,000 square feet, wooden floors, high ceilings, large windows letting in Seattle's gray morning light. But this morning, the school isn't normal. This is an event, a seminar. 500 people are here. Yes, 500. Every corner of the hall is full. Chairs arranged in rows. Families, mothers, fathers, children, young adults, college students, enthusiasts, elders, retirees, lifelong martial artists, everyone holding notebooks, pens in hand. Some brought cameras. At the front of the hall, a small stage, about 8 inches high, wooden platform. On it stands Bruce Lee, 27 years old. Black traditional kung fu outfit, calm but energetic, hands moving as he speaks. Bruce is speaking. What is martial arts? Many people ask this. Let me tell you. Martial arts is not frozen forms. Martial arts is fluid. It should be like water. The crowd listens. Silence. Pens taking notes. What do traditional styles teach you? Stand this way. Punch this way. But what happens in a real fight? Your opponent doesn't follow rules. He doesn't know your forms. This is why I teach you Junfan Kung Fu. Junfan, my Chinese name, my martial art, not your martial art, because you must be you. A hand rises from the crowd. A young woman. Sifu Bruce. But don't we need to learn traditional styles? Bruce smiles. Perfect question. Yes, learn them, but don't stop there. Traditional styles are the starting point, not the end point. I learned Wing Chun from Ip Man. It's a great style, but then I realized Wing Chun limits me. I can only do these movements, but what else can I do? Then I learned Shaolin, then boxing. I took something from each, then I became myself. The crowd applauds. Children can't take their eyes off Bruce. Bruce walks across the stage. Let me tell you something else. People say to me, Bruce, you criticize traditional styles. You disrespect traditional masters. No, I respect them. But respect and blind obedience are different things. Respect means understanding the past. Blind obedience means being trapped in the past. The crowd listens quietly, but at the back of the hall, there are large double doors. Now, quietly, one of those doors opens. A man enters. Elderly, maybe 55 to 60 years old. Long gray beard, traditional Chinese clothing, silk, red and black patterns, serious face, angry energy. Behind him, 3 young men, probably his students. The old man stands in the back rows, watching Bruce, his face getting progressively redder, hands forming fists. Bruce continues speaking. Embrace evolution. Don't fear change, because life changes. If you don't change, you become a fossil. That's the moment. The old man takes a step forward, shouts loudly in Cantonese, "Stop!" The hall freezes. 500 people turn. Silence. Bomb-like silence. Bruce turns too. He recognizes him. Sifu Chen, owner of another kung fu school in Seattle, teaches traditional Shaolin Kung Fu for 30 years. Very conservative, very rigid. Chen walks toward the stage, his finger pointing at Bruce. Chen, you, Bruce Lee, you are destroying traditional respect. The crowd is uncomfortable. Whispers starting. Bruce calm. Sifu Chen. Respectfully, I'm not criticizing tradition. Chen cuts him off. Lies. You criticize masters. You call traditional styles useless. You are a fraud. The crowd very uncomfortable. Some standing up. Bruce takes a deep breath. Sifu Chen, I didn't say tradition is useless. I said traditional styles are beautiful, but I also said they have limits. Chen steps onto the stage, face to face with Bruce. Chen, you are a child. How old are you? 27. I've been doing kung fu for 40 years. You for 5 years. And you tell me styles are outdated? Bruce, age brings experience, but experience doesn't bring wisdom. Only open-mindedness brings wisdom. Chen's face reddens. Hands start trembling. Chen shouts, then prove it. If your modern style is so good, beat me. The crowd holds its breath. Bruce, Sifu Chen, you don't need to do this. Chen, you're scared. 500 people are here. If you can't beat me, you're a fraud. Close the school. Silence. 500 pairs of eyes on Bruce. Bruce slowly nods. Okay, I accept. But I have a condition. Controlled sparring. Not full force. Nobody gets hurt. We just demonstrate. Agreed? Chen. Agreed. But you'll still lose. The crowd quickly makes space. Chairs pushed aside. A circle forms, about 30 feet diameter in the center. 2 men stand facing each other. Chen, 5 feet 10 inches, 165 pounds, old but fit. Long beard. Bruce, 5 feet 7 inches, 135 pounds. Young, compact. Chen takes position. Traditional tiger stance. Legs wide apart. Knees bent, hands in the air. Claw-shaped hands, slowly rotating. Movement, beautiful, flowing, showy, but slow. Bruce takes a simple stance. Feet shoulder-width apart. Right foot slightly forward. Hands up, fists loose. Minimal, simple, effective. The crowd completely silent. 0 to 1 second. Chen performs tiger claw attack. Right hand launches forward. Circular movement, claw coming toward Bruce's face. Body leaning forward. Movement showy, but completely telegraphed. Bruce knows the movement before it starts. Chen's shoulders moved, hip rotated. 1 to 3 seconds. Bruce takes a side step. Right, just 6 inches. Chen's tiger claw cuts through air. Hits nothing. Chen continues forward from momentum. Off balance. Bruce now beside Chen. 3 to 5 seconds. Bruce lifts his right leg. Light kick. His foot touches the back of Chen's left leg, right behind the knee. Pressure point. Light pressure. Precise. Chen's leg automatically buckles. Muscle control lost. 5 to 6 seconds. Chen drops to his knees. Body loses balance. Confusion on his face. 6 to 8 seconds. Bruce moves behind Chen. Places left hand on Chen's right shoulder. Specific point. Light pressure. Chen's entire body leans forward, touches the ground, lying face down. Bruce immediately steps back, hands up, respect gesture. 8 seconds over. Chen on the floor. The hall bomb silent. Nobody breathing. Chen on the floor, shocked, embarrassed, doesn't understand what happened. His students rushing over. Bruce extends his hand to Chen. Sifu Chen, I didn't hurt you. I just showed you something. Traditional forms are beautiful, but not practical. My respect for you is infinite, but respect doesn't change truth. Chen takes the hand, stands up. Ego crushed, but something changes in his eyes. Chen slowly. You were right. I was rigid. The form slowed me down. Bruce, Sifu Chen, you have far more experience than me. 40 years versus 5 years. But experience plus open-mindedness equals real mastery. Just experience plus closed-mindedness equals fossil. Chen bows his head. Traditional respect. You taught me a lesson today. A hard lesson, but a necessary lesson. 500 people stand up. Wild applause, not just for Bruce, for both men, because Chen had the courage to drop his ego. In front of 500 people, a young man to his friend. That was incredible. 8 seconds. Just 8 seconds, friend. But the most important part was after. Chen admitted it. At his age, with his experience, he admitted error in front of 500 people. An old man, maybe in his 70s, wiping tears. I've been doing martial arts for 50 years. Today I saw the most important lesson. Dropping ego is harder than winning. One of Chen's students to Chen. Sifu, should we go home? Chen shakes his head. No, I'm staying. I'll listen to Bruce's seminar. I'll learn. One of Bruce's students, a young man, brings Chen a chair. Sifu Chen, please sit. Chen sits, this time not in the back row, in the front row. Takes out a notebook. Bruce returns to the seminar. Now, where were we? Yes, we were talking about being water, but the atmosphere is different now. Deeper, more intimate. 500 people aren't just listening to words. They witnessed a transformation. 3 months later, same school. Saturday morning, another seminar. Crowded again. Maybe 400 people this time. Bruce, teaching again. But this time, there's a familiar face in the front rows. Sifu Chen, still wearing traditional clothing. But now, not as a guest, as a student. Bruce demonstrates a technique. Chen watches carefully, taking notes. At one point, Bruce asks Chen, Sifu Chen, would you like to add anything? Chen stands up, turns to the 400 people. Yes, I'm 55 years old. I've been teaching Kung Fu for 40 years. But 3 months ago, here on this stage, I came with ego. And in 8 seconds, Bruce gave me the most important lesson. It's never too late to learn. But to learn, you must first drop ego. Ego is the greatest enemy. Applause, but different this time, respectful, deep. Chen looks at Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. That day you didn't beat me. You saved me. Bruce nods. No, Sifu Chen. You saved yourself. I just held up a mirror. Epilogue. Narrator voice. That day, 500 people saw a fight. It lasted 8 seconds. But what they really saw wasn't the fight. What they really saw was a man questioning 40 years of belief, dropping ego, admitting it in front of 500 people. Chen lost that day, but he didn't lose, because defeat opened a door for him, a door to a new world. Traditional styles are beautiful, but limited. Modern styles are powerful, but rootless. When you combine the two, respect for the past plus openness to the future, that's when real mastery begins. Bruce Lee didn't just demonstrate a technique that day. He demonstrated a philosophy. Embrace evolution. Don't become a fossil. And 500 people, from that day forward, carried that lesson in their lives. Some used it in their martial arts. Some used it in their work. Some used it in their relationships. Because this lesson wasn't just about Kung Fu. It was about life. If this story made you think about something, about the difference between ego and wisdom, about the balance between respecting the past and being open to the future, please leave a like on this video. And if you want to see more stories about Bruce Lee, not just his fights, but his philosophy, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because every week we share a moment from Bruce Lee's life, a lesson, a transformation story. Which story would you like to see in the next video? Write to us in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next story is even more powerful. See you soon.